meeting.
Tell you, TML knows how to put on.
Oh, they do. Did you
I
win anything?
know.
I love that they have all those low prices. They incentivize people to stay for the
Yeah.
whole event.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, they didn't give any on the last day. They gave them a.
Oh, last time they
back
did
on time
most of
for
them.
breaks
Yes.
and that kind of thing.
That's when I did the big prizes on the last day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not, probably half the people stayed because you've been doing this for very long. You've had to do those other, or you should have done those other two
Mhm.
trainings, the open meetings and
Oh, yes,
public
yes.
information. But, and I told the woman, I said, I already done that. So she said, well, if you ever possibly get enough credits, these count as in-person trainings. Even
Oh,
though you've
nice.
already got it. I said, well, and there's some new stuff. So I was like, oh, I don't see it.
It's just an overview.
And that view was good. Because
How was lunch?
I was telling her about walking forum. I'll explain that to you later. But
Mm.
lunch, I'm sorry.
How was lunch?
Important day.
The meals. How were the meals?
They only serve breakfast every day.
Really?
Serve breakfast.
What did they serve lunch?
I think they serve it at the conference, but at this
A
training,
conference, okay.
yeah, I ordered from the Hilton and then someone brought my lunch to me, which.
Oh, nice.
They did, it's like everybody, there may have been a few people who left, but most of us just circled what you want. They brought it. You were supposed to be able to pay with a QR code, and it didn't work unless you were staying at that hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't.
Then the QR will, yeah.
So this wonderful woman said, I will take care of it. She took my card, said, do you want to leave a tip? How much?
I
do you
believe
want
the dance party should put it away, right?
And automatically easy for you. She said,
In the office.
sure, no, I'll take care of it.
Tom's here.
I was like, thank you so much.
Okay.
They were lovely. It was a great event. None people are broken.
Okay.
Hey,
Right.
Bill
I
Maker.
don't know often about the gamble.
Yeah, I know.
It sure is.
Right.
Oh,
They might-
thank you. Thank you.
I drank coffee on it.
Oh, my God.
I know, I felt coffee. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, because even if I try to copy it.
I called the order. I got 1 minute. Thank you. Call to order the meeting of the Page City Council for August 11th, 2025, and the time is 6:30 sharp. So we'll have roll call, please. Tony, you can start.
Tony Valdez, present.
Tom Lemon, present.
Rose McCorkle, Miss Blake,
Lydia Bryan Valdez.
R.B. Davis,
Christine Doan.
and we have nobody, no audience. And will somebody show on Zoom if they get online? Our attorney's supposed to be on. So we'll have the pledge of allegiance.
There it is.
Wow.
I pledge allegiance
To the United States of America. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, are there city attorney Katz? And
Thank you, Mayor. Good to see you all.
So I move that we go into executive session and we can go in here because don't have any audience. And so,
Lock the doors.
so we start executive session at 6:31, okay?
Okay, do we turn that off?
Yes,
No, we have-
we have to turn off the Zoom.
Okay,
You're
or
right.
you can,
Oh, you can't hear it?
Josh needs to participate.
Yeah, we'll have to get you on by phone, okay?
We can't hear him.
Sorry, if you call me, yes, I can
What?
talk to
He
you.
said to call him.
Okay,
then you can turn
Pause that, Tom.
that off.
And do we pause this, Christine?
Did it go off?
It should be
The lights are on.
Hello. Good evening. How are you guys?
Go back to Zoom. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. So we're back on?
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Josh?
You're not on the air.
Yes, I can hear you.
And D. Wright, can you hear us?
Community,
All righty. Yeah. So the next thing we're gonna take up is, consider and take appropriate action to set the proposed tax rate of 0.0917, and to ratify the proposed budget. So this is item 4F. And I submitted the proposed budget as required. I'm the budget officer and the proposed budget was submitted to the city secretary. A few things I want to show is in the proposed budget, the tax rate is 0.0917, and that's a 7.5% increase over last year. Last year's rate was 0.0894. So the rate increases, but it's also applied to a higher value, the valuation of the city's taxable property went up. And so that causes an increase of $1,721. As you know, I considered doubling the tax rate, but I backed down because I did find some opposition to that in the neighborhood, and unfortunately, the people would only need 4 or 5 people to cause a vote, which would kind of be a disaster for the city. So a few items on the proposed budget is I had sales tax of $50,000, which is a lot more than we did last year because we received a lot more sales tax, and it will be over 50,000 this year. Interest income, I have it's $60,000. That may be a little wishful thinking because, you know, the economy is going down the tubes because of mismanagement, and so they may be lowering interest rates. They're talking about 0.5 point next month. So that would have an impact. So that might be a little wishful thinking. So I have an engineer, $40,000, legal, $50,000, and street repairs, $250,000. We are that's not a number based on any study because our city engineer is not giving us. We talked about it and he promised us in the kind of an estimate of how much to do on the streets, but you know, we can spend that much to the city fund. You know, we have 2 funds, the water fund and the city government funds, and the city government funds has a beginning project a beginning cash amount reserves start off the year, which is October 1st of $660,000. So, of course, this is a preliminary budget. We'll have a public hearing on September 8th, and you all vote this as being our adopted budget, or we can make changes too. So do you all have any questions as of this point?
No,
Or,
make the motion?
yeah, please make a motion to ratify the proposed.
I make a motion to ratify the proposed budget.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Thank you. So we'll go on to item 4G. Take action on request to hold two public hearings on September 8th, 2025. The first on the proposed budget and the second on the FY26 proposed tax rate of 0.0917. And this is what we did last year. We actually held the public hearings and adopted the budget and the tax rate at the same meeting. And is that okay, Josh? To do it all at the same meeting?
Sorry. Yes, Mayor. I often do that with other cities where you have both the budget and the tax rate public hearing at the same meeting. Yes.
So we can do it all at the same meeting. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. So that was pretty efficient, and we do have to publish the public hearings with the Dade County Free Press, and we'll get that done this week. I got to make sure that it's done timely, enough time ahead of the meeting on September 8th, but we're in good shape there. So do y'all have any questions? So I would like, yes,
Before, when you were considering the doubling it, you said you wanted to put out a special edition of the Hayes Happenings to explain it. You don't want to do that anymore now. It's not
No.
necessary, Rob. Okay.
no. We are allowed to increase the tax rate by up to 8%.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
if we were not a small city, we would be limited to 3.5%. Is that correct, Josh?
Yes, that
Okay.
Mayor, we kind of worked through this. There is a level above which, automatically the tax rate would have to go to a vote. And then there's a level above which, tax rate level where there could be a petition for recall. But I believe what you've proposed here today is below that 8% threshold. So that it's something you can adopt.
So nobody can call an election. And hopefully y'all will
Recall us.
ratify that. So, but I would like a vote to hold the public hearing on September 8th, 2025.
I'd like to file a motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Yes.
It's a good thing because I've already told the county tax office we're doing, they want to know.
I'm glad y'all agree.
Okay, Josh, I think we're good.
Thank you, council.
Thank you very
I
much.
appreciate it. Have a good meeting.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right.
Good night. Okay, so we will go right down the rest of the meeting. 4A is take action to approve minutes for the meetings on July 14th, 2025 and August 4th, 2025. We only have the minutes for the August meeting. And so I like a motion to approve the August 4th meeting.
I'll file a motion to approve the August 4th minutes.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And the next one is receive and take appropriate action to approve financial report for June and July 2025, and we do have the June, but not the July one. And then it shows that we have $1.888 million in the Broadway Bank and Texas Pool, and expenses were larger than revenues by more than $45,000, but we included as an expense the costs that we've paid so far on well number 3, which so far has been $127,000. But that we had, with some big invoices that we paid in August, so that'll be over $150,000, but then that will be moved over as a capital expense. Our water revenues are $35,000 higher for the 9 months, and
65, yeah.
revenues were $35,000, and water revenues $50,000 over last year. So that's what's helped us a lot this year. Interest income, as you know, is down and may be down further. So are there any questions on the June financial report?
I'd like to file a motion to accept the June financial report.
Second.
Is
All in
this,
favor?
is this June or August? I'm sorry.
June prepared in July. July will be presented in the next meeting. Do we have a vote? No.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Thank you. Receive and take appropriate action regarding the hazard application plan. Didn't we do that last meeting?
We did.
Give you.
Okay. I forgot to pick that up. So there's no action on C. Item 4D, received from education classes attended by several councilmen. Reports from education attended by several council members. Rose to a session in Waco for 2 days for new council members. And Tom went to one at Texas Municipal League for 2 days. And Rose and I attended a webinar on tax rate and budgets. So, which is real good. So would you like to give us a
I'm
summary?
gonna say the 2 days. Here's what they talked about, but it was very interesting. You know, it's something that I've never had any type of, what do you want to say, you know, to learn, you know, just to have how the finance works. It's pretty much what it was. There's a very smart gentleman there that had done several different cities, and we were the smallest city.
Did you win a prize for that?
Do what?
Did you win a prize for that? For the smallest city?
But anyway, it was really enjoyable, and that's, I think Rose says the same thing. We talked about, you know, it's good to go. You know, just find a little bit you can learn. You know,
Yeah, it is.
Whether you want to give a report on your
Yeah,
days in
There
Waco?
were, I've tried to take much time. There were so many workshops. I'm trying to think, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Wow.
10 workshops. And so there was a lot of information. I redid the Open Meetings Act and the Public Information Act, and I learned some things that are really important, like what is it called? Traveling forum, walking forum, what that meant. And some things like we should probably, when an email is sent to the group, it should be blind copied. That way, when we respond, we won't be making a decision. It's just one person talking to one person. So some things like that.
Can you define a walking forum for us?
Yes, it's like, suppose I call you Linda, and it's okay to do this, to call Linda and say, Linda, you know that budget, that thing's coming up on budget. I just want to talk about it, and you know, it's just, what do you think? Or I could have made a proposed agenda item, and I want to know if anybody will support it. I could actually call and say, Lydia, will you support that? Like, am I crazy to even bring this up? And you say, yeah, I'm behind it. I'll support that. It's okay to do that. But then Lydia can't call Candace and do the same thing. Because now 3 people have talked about it and decided they're gonna vote for it. That's a quorum.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the walking meeting. It goes, it's safe talking in
The domino
person.
effect kind
You
of.
could do it in person, text, or phone. And all of the text messages we do on our private phones about anything like, are y'all gonna meet or whatever, those are all subject to investigation. Anyone can ask for that, and we would have to show them all the texts that we've had. Now, Candace and I are talking about, do y'all want to get together? You know, Linda and I want to get together next week. You'll come see my pictures from my
We keep
trip.
that separate. Yeah, that's.
That's separate. So that's an important thing for you to know, though. If
Yeah.
someone requests it, you will have to show every text from your phone on
Right.
that. And you always can contest stuff if it's not reasonable. You could go to the Attorney General. There's a whole lot of steps in that. But there are some things that you have to give that can never be contested. But you could sometimes go, that's not appropriate. Executive committee meetings do not ever have to be shown. You have to have notes, but it's not public record. That's a good thing to know. Or closed meeting. You don't have to say executive, you just say closed meeting even.
And you can, the exception too is just an exchange of information, like a date,
Like
time, something coming up that, you know,
Right.
you might be interested in going to, or, you know, something like that, we can do that.
Yeah, and you can have meetings, like we have committee meetings, and you could
Yeah.
have those, and you don't have a quorum. And there is not a law governing that without a quorum, you can't talk. Like if we have an official meeting, right? The law doesn't say you have to, but they definitely recommend it. Don't say anything in that meeting you do not, or not willing to share. That was the bottom line. Nothing comes out of your mouth if you aren't willing for the public to hear it. And I think that is just a good policy, myself too.
Sure.
I just am like, yeah, I'm for that. But it's really, I mean, you can get, actually, if you break the, like the public information, that's one thing, but the Open Meetings Act, if you break these and someone contests it, or the public information and someone wants, you can be fined. And it's a criminal offense, just to make that clear. It is a criminal offense. The police can file charges against you. So just saying, it was a good thing to have ground in my brain.
So when we've had committees in the past, I kind of think that like a budget committee, there have been several council members on those committees, but that's not okay to have more than 2, right?
Unless, that's right.
Because you are discussing
And
city business.
the mayor doesn't count a quorum,
Right, well,
so he does not count. But anytime, they have to be,
3 in the mayor.
unless you call it an executive or closed meeting, then that meeting has to be available and open to the public. Yes.
Yeah, it's, if somebody asks for open records on our text, we would really be up the creek, because we would have text on our phones, which
Mhm.
would be, well, I would have text with Lydia, somebody,
Right.
but it might include personal information.
Right, with it, exactly. That's
So
the only
It
thing.
would be nice if, and I don't know, if larger entities do it, but it'd be nice if everybody on the council had a separate phone. and a separate
Right.
phone.
Paid for by the city.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, paid for,
The city,
just like we have on our email.
and that's what larger cities do. They all have a business phone versus a personal phone.
The state provides cell phones for all staff and anything, they're subject to open records, so we use our own for city.
Since, that's why I say I could talk to Candace on text all the time, but we're friends
Right,
outside of here, so
right.
that would make sense.
Mhm.
But, I mean, someone could say, I will see everything you said to Candace. Well, I can say, sorry, we've been friends since our kids were this little. And no, you don't have a right for that. And I believe that would be backed up.
Yeah.
But anything where we talk
Because
about.
you'd say you're
city
not
business-
discussing
Well,
business.
But like,
There wouldn't be anything there anyway.
You're not discussing city business. is it?
right, and what they recommend is, not on text, I don't think there's a way to do this, but on any email, if you don't want to in some way look like you're making a decision by responding to always city manager, mayor, always blind, carbon copy everyone. And then they can respond, but they're only responding to that one person.
Right, yeah.
And we don't know what anyone else is saying. And I think it's a good practice.
Yeah.
They recommended that practice, which I think is good. So there was stuff like that that I was like, oh yeah, we really need to pay attention to that. So it was a good thing.
Anything else?
Well, there was a ton. Parliamentary procedure, there's a little book I'm gonna buy, but guess what? You do not have to write down who seconds something.
Oh,
You have to have a second, but it does not have to go to meetings. It's actually against Robert's rules to write down who seconds. But she said,
And in the minutes,
in the minute, you second it verbally. In the minute, you don't
Or you
record who
always
did
record
it.
it.
Motion was seconded. Done. You do not, it's matter of fact, you're not even supposed to, but
right.
you also can
Should
make
we
it.
not do it, or should we continue to write?
no, we should not do it.
Not
Let's
do
do
it.
it, yeah.
No, that's it. If we're using Robert's rules, is that our accepted Robert's rules? Then you don't put it in your minutes. She made the second. Also, this was a weird thing that everybody disagreed with. We have on our agenda. Mayor, you read off what we're gonna talk about, right? And then we discuss, we make a motion and we second. What they recommend is that someone of us make a motion to address this. We say, I make a motion to approve the minutes and someone seconds it, or you make the motion, we discuss it. Someone makes a second, we put it down. Everybody there roared, but our fearless leader does that, and he said, it's okay. Because they had a majority of people blowing up. They said, just somebody has to restate it when they write it there.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be accepted exactly the way you read it, then if we don't discuss it, go somewhere else with it,
Yeah.
then that's okay. But there was budget and tax rate. There was governing ethically. And I think a few statements I got were, and Robert's rules is for efficiency.
Mhm.
And if you get bogged down in the rules, it's no longer efficient. And you are the last determiner always on that.
I'm what?
You're the one who makes the decision that right now we're going to suspend Robert's rules so we can go on with this.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I mean? The chief gets to really make the bottom line statement. And if there's- That's a good one.
Oh, you have that.
We talked about revenue sources, economic development and taxation. Yeah, there was just so much. And I have all the handouts here with notes. So if anyone wants to meet with me and we'll go over the stuff, I think any of us that want to can get together and talk about this and it not be a council meeting. So we can gather, as we well know, and not be in council. So I would be glad to share. There's some good tidbits in there.
Hey, thank you. So Rose and I attended a webinar. It wasn't it just an hour? Yeah.
Now,
By the TML attorney. It was actually very good.
let's go.
Good information. And because every year when we do the budget and the tax rate, it's like, oh, I forgot everything, what we did last year. Fortunately, I keep and look at everything from the agendas and that's super helpful, but you kind of, and the law changes too. And, I've got on this, the minutes rate and kind of to work through that and she, in the webinar where there was something that said that that a type B general law city, which we are, to contest a tax rate that's above the voter approved tax rate limit, the citizens had to get 20%. You remember that, don't you?
I absolutely remember it.
And so I was forging ahead with 20%, because I didn't think anybody could get 20%. But then I was talking to Josh about it, and he said, yeah, it's 3%. Saw the law was 3%. I think the law might have been changed, you know. The Texas legislature is, every law they seem to pass affecting cities is beating us down. And crippling us, yes.
Is it 3% of all the homeowners that are paying taxes or 3% of registered voters?
Voters,
Voters, in
I
fact,
believe it's voters, yes.
But-
High
level.
So, there was one, there's a form that we kind of, it's just a one-page form where we say what the tax rate is gonna be, and it's sort of a summary that actually we give to the newspaper. And it says for what year, and I didn't know if that meant 2025, 2026, or FY 26. And so I called the attorney and talked to her, and she said, I don't know.
Oh,
Good question.
And she couldn't find out either. So that was funny.
Yeah.
So anyways, it was really good. We enjoyed that. So in summary, I certainly encourage people to go to these sessions. We do have the Texas Municipal League in Fort Worth, and they're going to it.
when is it again?
It's in late October. And it's quite an extravaganza because there are thousands of city people there. And they got all these sessions going on, and I looked at the brochure, and they have these, you know, speakers, about 3 of them, but they're all motivation type people, you know. But you know, you get invited to dinners and stuff like Texas Disposal System. They're always there in Forest. They have a dinner, so you get invited to that. So, anyways, if anybody wants to go to that, it's in the budget. We'll have money for it. Because it's also a lot of fun, you know. And we in favor of fun.
That's next.
That's in October.
That's right.
October, it's kind of cold.
It's rap band.
That's right.
29.
Please, let's, the business meeting, let's move on. So I think we're finished with that agenda item. And 4E is consider and take appropriate action on requests to approve budget amendments and transfers. And you have this schedule for 4E, and on the column it shows all the changes that I'm recommending. In some cases, we need to increase the budget, like for engineer, we need to increase the budget. But there's so many of them, you know, that I will say that, you know, I'll go over and tell you, go over each one by one.
The one in,
But let me finish. But the bottom line is all the items that we increase the budget, they're offset by either we have more revenue coming in that's in the budget, or there are expenses that aren't gonna happen, like plugging the well. That was shown as an operating expense, but really a capital expense. So the bottom line, all the all the increase, they all total to zero. So in other words, we don't have to take any, the budget changes are
Offset.
not, we don't have to take it out of our reserves. So, you see, I have sales tax increase of 15,600. So, because we just got a lot more money than we expected. So, in like IT, we hardly spend any
Christine
money.
saved us a lot of money
Yes.
on IT.
So, anybody have any questions?
Yeah, on the parentheses, what does that mean when it's something in parentheses?
Reduction.
The parentheses is zero
Saving.
Yeah, that's a reduction.
reduction?
Yeah.
Reduction.
Yeah, you have the one column is the FY 25 budget and then the revised budget. Which would be the
Yeah.
final column on the
Track
right-hand side. So,
We have,
One quick question, sir.
yeah,
How much did we budget for financial audit for? The audit would begin when we close out 25. When do we begin the audit in 26? At what point? How much did we budget for the service for a financial audit
I
service?
think,
If this 9,000 that we expended was for 24, correct? That we paid out in 25? Then when we do the financial audit for 25, we expend in 26?
the audit, this is the FY 24 audit. This is it. And we spent, we had, this is divided financial audit for the city and then financial audit for the water.
Right.
So that was increased by
400.
400 and 200.
And how much did we allocate for 26, and when would we begin that process?
15,000.
15,000.
Yeah.
And when would we begin that process?
As soon as I
We close out the
contact
fiscal
them
year?
and say, y'all want to do it again, and we should put it sooner on their schedule than you do. We're such a great client. Any other questions? So would somebody like to make a motion to approve the budget amendment?
I'd like to file a motion to approve the budget amendments for fiscal year 2025 as proposed by Mayor Hart.
Any more comments? Got here a second,
Second it.
all in favor?
All in favor?
You favor?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, let me see if she was gonna put Candace's name on.
Right.
Second, second. Second.
He's the second motion police now.
That's, okay, that's all of new business, 5A. Receive update and take appropriate action on construction of road number 3 on Country Lane. The update is that Don has filed the paperwork with PCEQ and he thought it would take the turnaround wouldn't be too long, like within a month. He did give me a hard copy of that, which was real thick, it was like this. And I asked him if he had PDF. And he said yes, but he hadn't sent it to me yet. Remind you. But just as soon as that is done, then we can.
We're
Turn it
not-
on.
we're not
We
live
have
yet.
another ribbon.
Like it.
Oh, we should all have a ribbon cutting then when it
Yeah.
comes to those live.
So any questions? 5H,
When is Don seeking approval from GCQ for that? I'll put the live.
you said within a month.
They said he originally thought it was a month.
In a month, that's what he said to me.
It's supposed to be less.
Is it
After
a month
this,
already?
No, it hasn't been.
In a chart schedule, yes.
Again.
Again,
Okay,
Asking for gas, yeah.
oh, second.
Okay, you, did you want to say something?
No, sir.
You raised your hand. I thought so. 5I is receive update and take appropriate action regarding grant for new generator, and as you know, we have to do an RFQ for the engineer services for this and the hazard mitigation grant. Last week I did talk to Margaret with grant work, and she was gonna come, because last meeting, you all authorized us to do an RFQ. So once that's done, then grant work, that they would send me what an RFQ should look like for this kind of grant, and this RFQ would cover the generator and the drainage grant. So I talked, because our city engineer was kind of forging ahead on the generator grant, which means until he's officially hired, his cost for that can't be grant expenses. So he's kind of putting that on hold. I have not heard from Grant Works. I didn't hear from them today, but somebody called me, not Margaret, but another lady, and said, hey, we'll be back in touch with you. I just wanted to introduce myself. So hopefully, we will be doing the RFQ, putting it in proper newspaper and everything. But, you know, we can do that without council approval, because you approve it last week. So any questions on the generator grant? Okay, the last item is 5J.
Where did those two with Joshua count?
What?
Where did those two with Josh? Where did those two with Joshua?
Okay.
We know J.
With J.
J.
Didn't we do K also? We combined them?
No,
Yeah, but this is.
here's the grant,
this is
Jay's
the
the grant,
drainage.
here's the drainage, he just mentioned drainage. So
Okay, we're moving to 5J, receive updated appropriate action regarding possible grant application to assist in the completion of the drainage project due 11/3/25, and everything I just said on 5E applies to 5J. So is there any questions? I have nothing else to say. Yeah.
And we all had that meeting with Margaret, like last month or something. Is that
Yeah.
just the generators and drainage thing both you talked about, or is that
Well-
different things?
Well, grant work would be the grant administrator for the drainage. Now we have Courtney, who's not very helpful, who was hired to be for the generator grant.
When you could never get a hold of.
Should say that on the meeting, but
Camera.
you know. So that's.
On generator.
So actually, Margaret kindly has kind of helped us on the generator part of it too, so they think we're doing that.
I have a picture that Lydia sent me, the meeting, and I was gonna use it in the happenings. And I just wanted to make sure what projects were being discussed.
Yeah.
So both of them.
And I think officially it's not both of them, right?
What?
No.
No.
No, it's just that since they're both FEMA, the help that we're receiving from her through the drainage has been applicable to the other grant. And so we get to use the help that she's giving us on both grants,
Right.
but officially she's only helping us with.
Only.
Yes, and the way that the agenda item that you approved last week was written was broad, was real broad, so it was
Okay.
like all FEMA,
Generator.
all teed up.
Okay.
Okay, C, do you have anything to add?
She muted.
D, are you,
Darla should have come with her phone.
so we didn't have public comments. Oh, I had-
I have a question. We did take up 5K into an executive session. Does it need to be acknowledged at all?
Yes. We need to say when we went
I
and,
mean, like for the meeting now, since we just took it up into executive session, then we didn't say anything about it afterward.
no, I think,
Only that what time we went in and what time we came out of executive session.
Okay.
That's it.
so, yes, ma'am.
Dee sent me a message and she was having trouble with her phone earlier. She said her phone is being difficult. She's gonna have a meeting here on Thursday.
Right.
So she's gonna text us so we can open the building for her. And she did mention that Elliott Ranch was hit by theft gangs last Thursday, early morning. One car was stolen and multiple cars were rummaged through in their neighborhood.
Elliot,
The Elliott Ranch,
well, their gates are open all the time.
so everyone lock your doors.
This is,
Mhm.
you're doing this as public comment.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And if-
Did you have a public comment?
No, I was just saying, I'm not surprised because anybody can drive in there. Yeah, the gates are locked, hard. We don't have gates.
Yeah, you and I went in there, didn't we?
Yeah, we don't have gates. Yeah. But we did rob any cars. didn't we?
Oh my goodness.
Same thing as we did.
That's what-
So,
Motion,
yes, so shall we adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All thirded.
7:27.
It's snack time. The social hour has begun.
Wow.